everybody, today we're going to talk about service animals. What does it mean to have a service animal and how do they differ from other types of support animals? But before I jump into that, are you new to my channel? Welcome! I put out videos on Mondays and on Thursdays, so make sure that you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on so you don't miss out. But let's jump into this topic. First, let's talk about the difference between a service animal and an emotional support animal, because I think that these are often confused. Now, a service animal is any dog that is trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability, including a physical, sensory, psychiatric, intellectual, or other mental disability. Other species of animals, whether wild or domestic, trained or untrained, are not really considered service animals. Another type of service animal is a psychiatric service dog. Now, this type of dog is a specific type that is trained to help their owner with a psychiatric disability or a mental illness such as PTSD, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, or bipolar disorder. These dogs are trained to alleviate some of their owner's struggles, such as reminding them to take their medication, or even barking to otherwise signal them to stop doing any, that's repetitive or harmful behavior. It's actually pretty cool, and they can be really, really helpful. Now, on the other hand, emotional support animals are often part of a treatment plan and used as therapy animals. They are not considered service animals under the American Disabilities Act. These support animals provide companionship, relieve loneliness, and can even help with depression, anxiety, and phobias. They do not have any special training to perform tasks that assist people with disabilities. A letter from a medical doctor or a therapist, such as myself, is all that's really needed to classify an animal as an emotional support animal. I find emotional support animals to be extremely helpful with my patients who struggle to get out of bed or care for themselves, especially some of my patients who've struggled with suicidal thoughts or maybe have even attempted suicide in the past. Having something that is depending on us to take care of it, walk it, feed it, etc., can not only keep us fighting for recovery, but also help us get up and get out of the house each and every day. And I think it's important to address the fact that there's definitely been an increase in the abuse of the ESA or emotional support animal system. Many people claiming their animal is an ESA so that they can bring them into restaurants, grocery stores, and even on planes. And as a licensed therapist, I'm frequently asked to write people letters for their animals. Some are valid requests from my patients, which I'm happy to do, but others are from people who I'm not seeing in my practice and I don't really even know very well. And technically speaking, this is against legal and ethical standards that every mental health professional should hold themselves to. And I also find it offensive, not only to my profession, but also to the people out there who truly benefit from having an emotional support animal. Because ultimately, if all animals are given paperwork that they are ESAs, then no animal is an ESA because there's no special distinction. But there are tons of benefits. While I believe that people abuse the emotional support animal system, I still think it's important to talk briefly about why having an animal is good for our health as a whole. Now, petting an animal can help lower our blood pressure and our heart rate, not to mention the fact that if you have an animal that needs to be walked, it gets you up and moving every day. It can be really great for our health. More recent studies have linked petting animals. It doesn't even actually matter if they're fluffy or not. So super cool, even petting a turtle. It releases oxytocin, which comes from our pituitary gland, kind of in the middle of our brain. And oxytocin is a relaxation hormone. Fun fact, it's the hormone that helps us attach emotionally to others, which might be why we love pets so much. And when oxytocin is released, it decreases the release of cortisol, which if you don't know what cortisol is, it's a steroid hormone that's linked to stress and anxiety. So it just makes us feel really, really good. They also believe that by having an animal, it encourages others to approach you and interact. I'm guilty of that. I see a cute dog on the street and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I pet your animal? Hi, I'm interacting with them. So if we struggle to meet new people or make new friends, having an animal could help with that. Not to mention there's also meetup groups where it's for like dog owners specifically or cat owners specifically, and you go to places where you can bring your animal. It's kind of cool. Overall, having an animal is good for our health. It can improve our mood, lower our blood pressure, and help us feel connected to another being. So if you're considering adopting a pet, I say go for it. This video has been brought to you by the Kenyans on Patreon. If you would like to support the creation of these mental health videos, click the link in the description and check it out. I hope you found the information helpful. I know there is so much confusion when it comes to support and service animals. and this should hopefully have cleared it up for you. But I want to hear from you. Do you have a support or service animal? How do they help you? How did you go about getting one? I know a lot of people have questions about that, so let us know in those comments down below, because with my expertise and your experience, we keep working towards a healthy mind and a healthy body. And I'll see you next time. Bye.